Hello guys, the today's question is consider the following data path of a CPU. It's a data path question. So data path is given to you: MAR memory address register, MDR memory data register, IR instruction register, PC program counter, GPRs general purpose register, ST and ALU. Now the question is telling you the ALU, the bus and all the registers are in the data path are of identical size. Okay, so it is telling you address bus, ALU, register, memory, everything is of identical. Okay, so you can consider 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, whatever you want to consider, you can consider it. Now next thing is all operation including incrementation of the PC and GPRs to be carried out in the ALU. Okay, the question is telling you that all the operations will be carried out in ALU. Now 2 clock cycles are needed for memory read operation. Okay, so for memory read operation we need 2 clock cycle. The first one for loading address in MAR and the next one for loading data from memory bus into MDR. Okay, so for memory read operation we need 2 clock cycle. Now the instruction add R0 and R1 has the register transfer interpretation. R0 is equals to R0 plus R1. What it means? It means the operand of R1 will be added with the operand of R0 and the result will be stored in R0. Okay. How many clock cycles are needed for execution cycle of this instruction? So the question is asking how many clock cycles are needed for the execution. Okay. Remember this thing, execution. It is not asking the instruction cycle. Okay, because it will have two parts, so we will write it here. So first one is the instruction fetch cycle, instruction fetch. Okay, and the next one is execution cycle. So execution cycle. Okay, so the question is asking you about the execution cycle, not the instruction cycle. Okay, so because the question is already telling you that 2 clock cycles are needed to memory read operation, it means the instruction is already fetched. Okay, so how we will do it? So our first task is to basically what happened, to perform any operation, the first operand should come into S and the second operand should come into T. After that ALU can perform the operation. Okay, so first operand should come here and second operand should come here. Okay, so what we need to do? Okay, it will take some time. So how we will do it? Suppose we are loading R0 in S and R1 in T. Okay, we are loading R0 and R1. Okay, we are doing like this. So how much time it will take? So it will, suppose we are transferring R0 in S. This R0 is being transferred in S. So it will take one cycle. Okay, similar way, when we will transfer the R1, we will transfer the R1 in T, it will again take one cycle. Okay, so R1 will be transferred when R1 and R0 will be stored in loaded in S and T. Okay, now ALU is performed. ALU will perform the operation, that is addition. Okay, so ALU will perform the addition and you see no temporary register is there, so the result will directly go to your address bus. Okay, your bus. So when ALU will perform means R0, because when ALU will perform the operation, so R0, the result will be stored in this R0, so the result will be S. The operand and in S and T will be added by the ALU and stored in R0. Okay, because it will directly enter to your data bus. Okay, so you can store it in anywhere, general purpose register. You can stay here, because here will be your R0, here will be your R0 and R1. Both here will be general purpose register, so you can store it here. So it will also take one cycle. Okay, so this one cycle, and this one cycle, so the answer will be 3 cycles. Your answer will be 3 cycles. I hope guys you got this question. So if you like the explanation, so please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.